Good morning, everybody. I hope you're excited to get going with the blogging project. I'm excited to see your blogs. This is a short little video to explain how the invitation to authorship will work and how to upload your blog post. Quick little side note, please do not create your own blog. I received a couple of requests from students asking if they can create their own blog. This is not the assignment. You will get 0. What you have to do for this assignment is to create a single blog post on the already existing Marty's Marketing 244 blog. Now, during the course of today, you will receive an email that invites you to become an author of the Marty's Marketing blog. The email will look like this. So if you've never had a WordPress account ever in your life, hit on the wordpress.com account link, create an account, come back to this email, and then hit accept invitation. Now, side note quickly, I will invite all the students in the class, meaning all 3 of your group members will receive these invitations. So if all 3 of you accept these invitations, you will have 3 individual accounts and you won't be able to access each other's accounts. So choose one student in your group, let him or her create an account and share the password and login with the other group members. That way everyone can edit and contribute to the blog post on that person's account. This will simplify things a lot. Okay, so if you hit accept invitation, you'll land on the WordPress dashboard. Sorry. So it might seem complicated. It's really simple once you are familiar with the layout and the content. To create your post, head over to Posts on the left-hand sidebar and click on Add New. So this is the layout of the Add Post page. Very simple. So first things first, let's start with the heading. Okay, so keep your heading short and simple. Remember, you want to share your post on social media platforms. So think of a tweet that has a limited number of characters. You need to have your heading of your blog post and the link and some kind of call to action like read now, don't miss out, or whatever the case might be. Okay, always hit save draft. If you don't save the draft, you have to redo it consistently. So if you hit save draft, you can come back during the course of today and tomorrow and edit your blog post to your liking. Okay, so this is the body of your blog. We can just create some words here. Okay, so you're familiar with many of these buttons: bold, italic, strike through, bullets, numbers, your alignment. So I will discuss a couple of them very briefly. This button here is just to toggle the toolbar, so it hides some of the buttons for simplicity. On the right-hand corner, we have visual and text. There's a simple way of displaying your blog post whilst writing your draft. So if you prefer to see it in an HTML version, which means, for example, if we decide to make this bold, in HTML language, you can see it has become bold. But once we head back to the visual, it will just be in bold. So keep it in visual, it's simpler to work with. Okay, so unlike Word, you only have a limited number of text sizes you can work with. And they are in this little drop-down list. So your heading will be big text, and then as the heading numbers increase, the text size decreases. So keep the bulk of your blog post in just simple paragraph text. Otherwise, I'll think you are shouting to your reader. Okay? Please make use of these different sizes. Also, just on a side note, to change this text size, only highlight that specific text. If you highlight the whole line like that, and you change the text, it will possibly change the text size of the whole blog post. Okay, so just highlight that word. Then quickly to insert links, you head to the link button, click on it, add your URL that you want to link to. I'm just using a simple one for the example. And before hitting add link, always hit or select open link in a new tab. The reason for this is that you want to keep your reader on your blog post as long as possible. If you don't select this, you will hyperlink, the hyperlink will open in the same page as your blog post. It will take the reader away from your blog post. So if you select this, that link will open in a new tab, and the reader can still toggle back to the other tab where the blog post is open. Okay, very simple. You cannot change the color of the hyperlink. It's set in the blog layout. To remove the link, just hit that button and we are back to normal. Okay, then you're welcome to choose some categories or create a new category if you prefer. It's definitely up to you. Tags, these are things that make your blog post more searchable by Google. So if you're writing about Nike, you can say athletics, shoes, etc., etc. Please do not add 100 tags. It just doesn't look great. It's not visually pleasing to the reader. So select maybe 5 or 6 tags, 10 maximum. But there's really not much difference between 6 or 10. So keep it short and sweet. Then your blog post needs to have a featured image. This image is the one you'll see here on the top that will display on the home page of your blog. Okay, so to add that featured image and to also add images to your blog post itself, you have to first add the media, be it the video, the GIF, or the image, to the WordPress database. And from there, you pull it into your blog post. It is not complicated. I'll briefly show you. So click on Add Media. In the media library are all the images that's been used by students over the past 2 years. So you can use some of this stuff, but I'd just rather get your own. So you go to Upload Files, select File. Let me just. Okay, so we look at the image. We like the image. Let's say open. Now you can see it's uploading to the WordPress database. Once it's uploaded, you can just hit on the image and then select Insert into Post. Here you can change the size of the image, keep it on medium, see what it looks like. If you don't like what it looks like, then come back and change the size. Then you can also add a little caption. So let's just wait for this to upload. We can just say Namibia tourism, for example, and then we hit Insert into Post. And there is your image. And you can see the caption that we inserted displays below the image. If you want to change the size of the image, select the image, click the pencil, and then you can play around with some of the sizes. Also remember, the bigger the size of the image, the longer your post will take to load. And some people are using their cell phones to read your post, which means you'll use up their data. Okay. So I will create another screencast to just briefly explain one of the most important parts of this blog post, which is the read more tag. Please watch it. If you don't watch it, you will run into trouble with this blog.